Hey guys, it's Archon. Welcome to Inferno Friday. Today I give you my first impressions of the public test realm for patch 1.0.7. Jay Wilson is leaving Diablo 3. And of course, we have our weekly item giveaway. So yes, you did hear right. Jay Wilson will be leaving the Diablo 3 team. I didn't believe it myself. I found out during our live stream on Twitch yesterday. Some people started talking about it. I told them to stop trolling. I didn't believe it at all. But they posted this link to a blue post written by Jay Wilson himself saying he's going to be stepping down and leaving the Diablo 3 team. He's going to be staying within Blizzard, but he has decided to step down as the head of Diablo. Now, it's a very corporate response, so we're not exactly sure what happened. We could speculate if we wanted to, but we'll probably never know exactly what happened. We're not sure if Jay Wilson really did, in fact, decide to step down as the head of one of the biggest video games alive right now, or if Blizzard made the decision themselves. Whatever it is, very corporate response, very professional on Jay's part, which is not always how Jay is on his Twitter page and other places. It's very surprising. This stuff doesn't happen very often, but on the same hand, it's not that surprising. There's been a lot of controversy with Jay Wilson. He hasn't always been very accepted by the players. A lot of players blame him for some of the things that they feel is wrong with Diablo 3. And I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what changes this makes to Diablo 3 if players get some of those changes that they've been asking for, that they blame Jay Wilson for, if it's been the Diablo 3 team or Jay Wilson holding back some of those changes. Maybe nothing will change at all, but right now they're looking for a new lead game designer. So it means they haven't picked a replacement yet. They're still open-minded to who can fill the position. They say there might even be a posting on the website that they're looking for a new lead game designer. So it'll be interesting to see who they pick and how that changes Diablo 3, if it changes it at all. But there's a lot of hype going around on the forums and on the interwebs about Jay Wilson leaving. Some big news there, definitely some big news. So I also want to talk to you guys about the PTR. We've been doing patch 1.0.7 public test realm on the live stream recently, and I just wanted to give you guys my first impressions. Of course, they have released the new bind on account craftable items on the PTR. I should get to that point on the patch notes here. And like I hoped, the amulet and the gloves that you can craft are actually best in slot. They can actually potentially be best in slot. In fact, day one of the public test realm, another wizard on Twitch, Avoid, rolled a amulet that would probably be worth about 2 billion gold on the auction house if it was on live. So it seems like you'll definitely be able to get some best in slot amulets and gloves. But unfortunately, it looks like the chest and the bracers and the shoulders might not be able to roll best in slot. And the problem is there's no attack speed on the chest and the bracers, and the shoulders can't roll as high of stats as Vial Wards. So getting Lacunis or Vial Wards or whatever legendary chest that you'd normally use seems like it's going to be better than these craftable ones, which is a problem. So I'm hoping that they're going to fix it. Otherwise, no one's going to be crafting chests and bracers and Vial Wards. It just makes no sense whatsoever. If you can't get those extra stats, or you can't get higher stats than you can get normally on the legendaries that are out there already, everyone's going to be choosing Vial Wards, Lacunis, and chests. And so I really hope that before it goes live, they'll increase the stats, or they'll allow chests and bracers to roll attack speed, or something along those lines, so that there is a reason to be crafting those, and so that it really does take the progression away from the auction house and allow people to craft their own gear that's better than what they could find or buy with money. Also, I've been playing around with the Archon build in 1.0.7, and I'm actually able to do MP5 fairly well without lifesteal. The reflect damage affix has been nerfed enough that you can actually farm pretty well without lifesteal. I do have a good amount of defense, and I'm still working up my defense so that by the time the patch comes out, I'll have enough defense and offense to plow through MP5 really easily. Right now in the live, I still farm on MP0, but they're going to be making it more efficient to farm on the higher MPs. Demonic Essences scale up a lot faster than Magic Find does on the higher MPs. You get 15% more of the previous chance to drop a Demonic Essence on each Elite Pack every time you go up an MP, where with the amount of Magic Find I have going up an MP, I only get about 6% more magical items. So 15% is a big jump on that. Demonic Essences are going to be really valuable, at least at first, until we can get our gloves and amulets. And so MP5 seems like a good place for me to farm. If you don't have as good a gear, you might want to do a lower MP, but it's just going to be about figuring out how long it takes you to run through a certain MP and then how much additional drop chance you're going to get for demonic essences. The magic find drop is going to stay the same, but you will get a lot more experience in the patch. So yeah, there's a lot of things to test around and try to figure out what MP is going to be best for you. But we've been enjoying that. Been enjoying dueling as well. Last night I just dueled Moldran, who's a barb on Twitch, with some crazy gear, 83,000 damage, and an even bigger effective health pool, and a ton of life regen. And I couldn't touch him. I got completely owned, and I was wearing AMJ's gear, who's the #1 DPS on the US. So I totally underestimated barbs, I guess. Rend is murdering people, and their effective health pool can be really crazy. But yeah, if you want to see more about the PTR, you can stop by the live stream. We've been doing that a lot. I hop back and forth between live and PTR right now, just trying to learn what's out there, so when the patch comes out, we'll be ready to go. So that's all I want to talk about the PTR. We're going to do our weekly item giveaway now. Last week's winner was James Botchety. James Botchety wanted this triumvirate right here. So you got it, man. It's a high average damage, 226 int, 8.5 crit. To get that triumvirate, James Botchety, just come on over to the Twitch live stream. Let me know that you won. I'll have you confirm that it's you on YouTube. If I can't respond to you on the live stream, if chat's going too fast or something, you can just send me a message on Twitch. I'll get back to you as soon as possible, and we'll get you in the game to get your triumvirate. And of course, I said I was making up for not doing Inferno Friday 2 weeks ago, so we threw in this unidentified Echoing Fury. So James, you'll also get that. So this week we have 5 items that you guys can win. 4 of them are from last week and 1 new one, as always. I'll show you guys the 5 items, and if one of them is an upgrade for you or something you would like, you can leave a comment below. Let me know which item you would like. I'll randomly pick one comment, and that person will get the item. The first one we have here is this Boulder Breaker with over 1500 damage and 161 crit hit damage. It also has reduced the cost of hammer agents by 3 fury and 337 strength. Boulder Breaker is usually not very good, but I think that's a really nice one. It might be fun to try out with the Hammer of the Ancients build. We have a Dead Man Legacy with good Dex and Vi, 19 attack speed, 9 crit chance, and increased elemental arrow damage by 7%. It's all around good Dead Man's Legacy for elemental arrow. We have a Thing of the Deep with good average damage, max crit chance, and reduced level requirement by 10, so you can start using that at level 50 on a Witch Doctor. We have some Shenlongs with a socket, pretty standard Shenlongs, 706 life on hit's pretty nice, good for a monk. And this is a new weapon. We have a black damage wand with crit damage and a socket. I think this would be good for an Archon wizard. I used to put lifesteal on Archon weapons, but with the new patch, reflect damage isn't going to be that hard. I don't know if it's worth to get lifesteal anymore. I think it might be better to get a little bit of extra damage. So again, if one of those items is an upgrade for you, let me know in the comments below and you could win one of them. Thank you guys for watching the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Stop by the live stream sometime, and I'll see you guys soon.